scoops those you guys usually do. We're gonna do the workout. No, they ain't gonna be ready. No, they ain't ready, man. All right. All right, we ready? Okay. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Hope for Prisons Tuesday Night Huddle Up. I am Jon Ponder, founder and CEO. We're so glad that you have joined us here tonight for this Tuesday Night Huddle Up. Want to say thank you for everyone here in the room who is gathered here with us tonight. Can you give yourselves a big, gigantic round of applause? You can make a little bit more noise than that, can't you? Yeah. I am so grateful that you are here. Want to say hello to our friends over in Casa Grande inside Nevada Department of Corrections. Can we give them a big, gigantic round of applause? Want to give a big shout out to our friends over in the Clark County Detention Center, Unit 2J, and in the City of Las Vegas Detention Center. We're so grateful that you have joined us here tonight. Want to give a big shout out to all our family and friends that's watching all over the world on the Hope for Prisons Facebook Live page. Can we give them a big, gigantic round of applause? And man, I got to tell you, we are in for a special treat tonight. Our speaker that's going to be here is a friend of Hope for Prisons and has been for years, and you guys are in for a special treat. But we want to open it up, first of all, to any testimonies anybody might have in this room. I want to hear from some people that God has moved in your life. Good job, maybe cleaning sober for X amount of days or whatever the case may be, because that's always encouraging to us. If you're in Casa Grande, you got something you want to share, make sure you slip your hand up, and Michael's going to walk you over there. If you are on Facebook Live, please make sure that you drop it into the chat, because Chad is back there monitoring the chat. So we'll open it up here in the room. Any testimonies? Come on up and tell us your name. And tell us what is that you would like to share with us. Watch your step over here. And then you look right over there in the camera, because you're going over the world. I'm making you famous right now. So if you please tell us your name and what is it you like to share.
My name is LaTanya Miller, and first I'd like to give all glory to God.
Come on.
This past weekend, I had a fashion show in LA, the LA Fashion Show, featuring my brand, Milsham Luxury Fashion Company. And I also been offered to showcase my feature in the New York at the Times Square in February, and back in LA in March, and then here in Las Vegas in January.
Oh, that is so awesome. Give her a hand for that. That is so awesome. Well, praise God. Thank you for sharing that with us. I want to get some more information about that, because it's something we can do to support you. We'd love to be able to do that. Any other testimonies you'd like to share? And I'm going to hold this microphone from this guy over here. I got to put two hands on it. Please tell us that quick popcorn testimony you'd like to share with us.
How quick?
Just like really quick. Okay, it's over. No, I'm just kidding.
Chaplain Rex, I give all the praise and glory to God.
That's right.
And the people he's put into my lives. In 6 more days, it'll be 12 years since I came out from the fences. 7 days would be 12 years that I got back into Las Vegas.
Okay.
And that's after 16 and a half years of incarceration. And I thank and praise God for all he's done, the people he's put into my life. And John,
yeah,
I thank you for everything you do.
Well, thank you, man. Give him a big, gigantic round of applause.
And
See,
I could pass UA, which is urine analysis, 31 years ago, last July 17th.
Man, give him a hand. Give him a big, gigantic round of applause for that. So very, very proud of you, Rex. We're going to go over to Nevada Department of Corrections. Please step up and tell us your name. I know who you are, but tell everybody else around the world who you are and what is that testimony you'd like to share.
My name is Frankie, and I just want to say this is my last huddle up here at Casa Grande. I'll be leaving on Sunday on expiration, and I got almost 16 months clean and sober.
Oh, that is so awesome. Can we give Frankie a big, gigantic round of applause? We are so very proud of you, Frankie. That's some good stuff. Who else in the room are we going to come on up and tell us, man? He said, why not?
So my name's Blake. I never talk, but I might as well. So I started working at Terra who is working with Hope, right? About a month ago.
Okay.
And this week I received my first promotion.
Oh, that is so good, man.
So now I'm working my ass off, and I'm blessed and thankful. And
Right.
And well, if you guys are looking for a job, Tara's hiring like crazy.
Man, that is so good. Give them a hand for that, man. Don't you just love it when you see people get in and they talk about they're being promoted and earning more money? Big shout out to our friends over at Terra Contract. Any more testimonies, anything anybody like to share? Going once, going twice. How long you been cleaning this over now? Oh, give a big hand for that. 17 days. So happy and so excited for you. Keep up the good work. Okay, so if there's not anything else anybody like to share, I'm going to tell you guys you're in for an absolute treat. What I want you guys to do, first of all, you better strap in, right? Because this guy's going to go 1,000 miles an hour, right? I want you to be able to strap in. Two Scoops has been a friend of Hope for Prisoners. Two Scoops. And some of you guys will recognize him. I hope he can tell you a little bit about why he is famous and what it was that made him famous. But you guys are in for a special treat. So without any further ado, I ain't got to read his bio or anything like that. The man is going to speak for himself. If you guys would please put your hands together for my main man, Mr. Wesley Two Scoops Berry. Welcome to the Huddle Up. Welcome to the Huddle Up.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. Did you need your work?
Oh, yeah, let me get that out of the way.
All right. So real quick, first giving honor to God. I'm always praying that the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart will be acceptable in his sight. For the Lord is my strength and he is my redeemer. He's been with me since the age of 12, and he strives with me as he will strive with you through every up and down you will ever face. Out of respect, if you have a phone, I travel worldwide and I speak, I'm going to ask that you put your phone on vibrate or put it on airplane mode, because there's only two things I can promise you. One, it might ring. Two, you're going to have to fight me to get it back, because I will never disrespect nobody, but I'm asking everybody to respect me. So I'm going to give you the same respect. So even my phone is placed on vibrate or airplane mode. And it's just always a good practice, right? So first and foremost, my name is Wesley Two Scoops Berry. And maybe like way back in the 90s, maybe like 92, 93, there was this show called American Gladiators. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched that show, The American Gladiators. Well, I participated on that show. And not only did I participate on that show, I blew that show upside down. I became the 3-time American Gladiator champion. So from 93 all the way to 97, I won American Gladiators. Then from there, they decided, well, hey, let's take this show on the road and see if you can win and represent the United States. And then we went to Japan, we went to Russia, we went to Great Britain, we went to France. I smashed everybody over there too. So not only did I win American Gladiators 3 times, I became the 2-time international gladiator champion. Someone once said, how many lives have you lived? I'm gonna help you understand how many lives I've lived. Before the American Gladiators, I was in Special Forces. After I got out of Special Forces, then I got on the police department, where I became a gang task force officer in Los Angeles. So that's why I was laughing with one of my friends, telling them that, Metro PD is different from LAPD, because the types of mindsets in LA is different than the mindsets out here in Las Vegas. In LA, I promise you this, you either gonna knuckle up, or you gonna square up, or you just gonna run away. Them are the 2 choices you got. Either you gonna get off first, or you're not gonna have an opportunity to get off second. I can promise you that too. In Los Angeles, blacks and Hispanics didn't get along. I'm black and Hispanic, mom Hispanic Indian, my father's from Nairobi, Kenya. So that's my makeup. And so a lot of people always seem to find reasons to find excuses. But I promise you this, the world will deal you a hand, and you're gonna have to play it one way or the other. So whether you're in Casa Grande or whether you're here, trust me when I tell you, everybody is locked up some way, somehow. And it ain't necessarily being in Casa Grande or being in the county jail or being in rehab or being in prison. A lot of us is locked up because of our mindset. Until you change your mindset, you will always be incarcerated. I promise you. Because it's just a matter of time before somebody slip up underneath you and help you strap back into the very thing that's already got you in bounds. You guys understand that? So I have my own little fashionable gear that I like to wear all the time. And when I put it on, you guys will be able to tell me exactly what it is, and you'll understand what it is. So this is my gear, right? Oops, I got it. Y'all like my gear? Kind of cool, huh? Can anybody tell me what this is? This is a straight jacket. They call it a straight jacket not because it gets you straight, but it helps contain you, so therefore they can help keep you straight and not getting beat down. So many of you found yourself in a circumstance, in a situation, and in the circumstance, in the situation, right, you had to be placed in a straitjacket because there's other people in your neighborhood and in your surroundings that help you strap right in. Like, case in point, my first strap. Many of us in this place, at some point in time, if not you, or if not in Casa Grande, you found yourself on drugs. Well, let's ask ourselves the question. Who introduced you to the drugs? I can promise you it wasn't a stranger. Nobody gets high with a stranger. Everybody gets high, winds up getting high with a friend, maybe perhaps a family member. And they come to you and they say, try this. And you try it. And before you know it, the very thing that you tried, weed, meth, crack, robbing, stealing, jacking, you done got strapped in and boom, you're locked down. It wasn't a stranger that did that. It was somebody that was close to you that did that. Now it begins. Well, I don't believe in that God stuff, and grandma and them been trying to get you to go to church. Well, it's okay. Somebody came and want to introduce you to the devil. That thing is called alcohol. See, alcohol brings out them demons in you. They say a man doing alcohol what he wouldn't do when he's sober. And I've seen this, and it bears witness. If I love you, I love you. But if I hate you, let me get a little of that old stupid sauce. And boy, I tell you, I'm going to strap in, and I'm going to really show you how much I love you when I get that sauce in my system. When I get it in my system, I'm going to tell you all about yourself, how you stink, how you smell, how I don't like you, how I never liked you, how you a rat, how you a piece of crap. You know, I wish you'd die today, tomorrow. Boom, you strapped in. Now I'm buckled in. And it just only keeps getting worse from there because my mindset is so jacked up. It's like the person who goes to prison, hits Casa Grande, and all alone in their mind, they going through the program and they thinking about all these machinations. Oh man, you know, when I get up, I'll be able to sell a little dope. You know, I'll be able to, you know, get over, I'll check in, I'll be clean and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So somebody comes along like, man, what you gonna do on minimum wage, man? So since you got that RIP shirt on, my man, come on up here real quick. So I can't strap myself in. So the Bible says, blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scornful. So if you sit in the seat of scornful people and they come to you with a caper, man, let's go get this bag. Everybody want a bag. Now, you're going to give me the game. But in order to give me the game, you're going to have to strap me in because I can't lock myself into a game that I don't know. So I need somebody to help lock me in. No. You got to lock me in. You done been there, done that, man. Don't act like you don't know nothing about that. No. Stop playing with me. Lock me in, man. You gonna give me the game, give me the whole game. Stop pulling the loops. This ain't Fruit Loops. There you go. Thank you, man. It's locked in. That's what I'm talking about. See how that worked out? He was trying to have, he wasn't trying to give me the whole game. He was trying to give me half of the game, right? So even when you incarcerated and in situations like that, right? People incarcerated talk about stuff. There's some great minds in prison. I don't know if you guys know that, but the Barney was written from a man that was in prison. That's where Barney was created. You know that Teletubby, that little purple dinosaur? That thing was written in prison, and he sold it for $1,000. How much money did it make? It made a whole lot. But what we do is we spend too busy in this new social media era, that we look at everybody else and forgetting the gems that's on the inside of us. And when I tell you, you got to be careful of the company you keep, because if you lay down with dogs, you get up with what? You never heard that one, huh? Let me try this one. Hard head makes it soft. You ain't never heard that one either. Fat meat is. Damn, you ain't heard that one either. Listen, man, I'm trying to help you out, man. You know, black people help the white people out up in here, man, because they don't know the southern stuff, but he gonna know this one. What goes around, man, boy, we finally done hooked up. That's what I'm talking about right there. I knew we was gonna come together eventually. So what happens is they said everybody has theme music. And I said, well, what theme music would I play for somebody who think that they could continue to do the same thing and get away with it? Has anybody ever heard that one saying that insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result? Right? I like to call that denial. Denial is where you dismiss evidence, never intend to accept liability, will make you a jackass. Now, I'm not calling anybody in here a jackass. I'm just telling you, if you keep dismissing the evidence that's right in front of you, that's what it's going to do. You dismissing all the evidence, never expecting to accept liability will make you an ass. Because what happens is, if you point one finger at somebody, how many you got pointing back at you? Where you come from? If you point one finger, the other three is cocked like a gun. So when you point this one, the other three is pointing back at you. That's what happens. If you don't take yourself serious, you can't expect nobody else to take you serious. You want everybody to believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself. That's kind of like backwards. That's an oxymoron. You know, you say that your parole officer ain't gonna like you. That's an oxymoron. They give you enough rope to hang yourself. If you're gonna do some capers, if you're gonna do some nickel slick stuff, guess what? You like standing on a banana peel? Go ahead and stand on it and hopscotch while you on it. I'm not gonna try to get you up like I told that man. If you're gonna fall backwards, let me know. I'm gonna save my knees. Tires and oil don't do nothing but spin. And that's like a person who's trying to tell you they're gonna do something, but you're doing something contrary to what you say you're going to do. If you're going to be a good father to your son, you don't have to wait until you get out of Casa Grande or prison to do it. Write your kid a letter. Well, his mama ain't going to read them to him. Send it to his grandma. You know, do what you need to do. So long as you wrote it and you sent it, that's all that you can do. But yet, we make spreads all the time in prison. By show of hands, how many of y'all ever been in prison in here? Okay, a lot of people done been to prison, okay? When you was in prison, you saw that your mind didn't become idle. You had to do something in order to keep the program moving. Time had to move or else time was going to stand still. Everybody understand that? Oodles and noodles became your best friend. Sun-ups and sundowns, AMs and PMs. And you guys probably think like, man, what is this guy trying to like put us down? Oh, no. Listen to what Kanye, and not Kanye West, but Akon. I got this song. I love the song. Casa Grande, we're giving you some music. You can go ahead. There you go. Oh, y'all can't hear it? Oh, okay. Oh, snap. Okay. Motive. Why you do what you do? Closer. Uh-huh. Stolen. No registration. Uh-huh. Get locked up, they won't let me out. Y'all know that. They won't let me out. Come on. They won't let me out. Now, so that song right there was an alma mater. The first time I heard that song was 8,929 days ago, minus the 7 years that I've been here right now. What am I saying? Well, let me give you the backdrop. Military, American Gladiators, San Francisco 49ers. I won a Super Bowl in 95. I played with Deion Sanders. On the police department, 96. 1998, death row, I got locked up. Woo-hoo! They sentenced me to 42 years in prison. Casa Grande, did you hear that? 42 years in prison. 42 of them. My mom said, if you lay down with dogs, you're going to get some fleas. Well, there's some fleas on the police department. Trust and believe. So now, all kind of stuff is happening. Because you think that you can be around stuff that you shouldn't be around. Oh, no. It can get you caught up. So when I went to prison, on my check-in had a picture of a man in a police uniform, and it was me. My first stop was California Department of Corrections, a place called Delano. Old Delano. Yeah, old Delano. They didn't PC me up. I walked the main line. Oh yeah, I walked the main line. From there, I went to the hole, spent 9 months in the hole, because when they let me in the main line, stuff happened. To the hole I went. Then from there, I went to San Quentin. I went to Old Folsom. I went to Soledad. I went to Pelican Bay. Been to all them places as a cop. And if you came up to me and you said something, what we gonna do? We gonna dance a little bit. We gonna dance a little bit. I was a believer in God when I was incarcerated. I was a believer in God while being incarcerated. Prison don't make you get close to God. Prison will make you bitter, or it will make you better, because prison is not a place. Prison is a mindset. Many of us are incarcerated in our minds. You're in a relationship you can't get out of, you're in prison. You're in a job that you want to leave, you're in prison. You're at a church you don't like, you're in prison. You got friends you don't like, you're in prison. When is your release date? Because you're the warden. You can set yourself free when you want to. You the judge. You can give yourself a pardon when you want to. But you don't want to, because opposites attract, or birds of a feather flock together. People ask themselves, how did Hope for Prisoners come about? Jon Ponder sat in the penitentiary for 9 of them, but took a pencil and a piece of paper and made a commitment to God and figured out how to do something differently than he ever did before. I'm going to say this, and everybody needs to know. You know how I got home? When they came out with them cell phones. I bought me one. I became my own Johnny Cochran. I began to fight my own case. And I got my case overturned after doing 20 years. Went back to federal court, representing myself. That other lawyer was seat number 2. I walked out a free man, fully exonerated of what they said that I did. Never snitched on nobody, never said nothing, but when I left, my kids was 5. When I came home, they was 25. It used to bring tears to my eyes. Yeah, I wrote them, but I didn't make up no excuses. I didn't become bitter. I did what I needed to do. I learned from it and kept it pushing. Nothing stopped me, but why is anything going to stop you? You guys can be as free as you want to. The word of God said, whom God has set free is free indeed. You're only incarcerated if you let the devil get the best of you. And sometimes the devil is sitting on the sideline. He ain't even messing with you. You mess with yourself. Because you want to pick up them same old vices that you used to picking up. If you incarcerated, you ought to be in the best shape of your life. They got people right now doing workout exercises that was developed right in the penitentiary. I wish they could see me. Wait, burpees came from the military, but I tell you, you get all the guys in prison doing them 8 counts because somebody said so. You didn't mind nobody on the streets, but you get to the penitentiary and you doing what somebody else told you to do. He ain't your daddy. He don't have your last name. He ain't got your same DNA, but you on track. On track, on track. Listo. Wood pile, brothers, Undunge. And J-Master Boy Biwana. Everybody speaking 9,000 languages, and you get out and you won't get a job in sign language. You won't get a job out doing exercise. You don't want to be a personal trainer. You don't want to do nothing. You get out the penitentiary and blow up like a donut. Keep your workout going. What's the problem? You can't come out of prison or Casa Grande expecting to go home and be a father in a house. You've been absentee. The little kid don't even know you. So how you gonna come home and be daddy and start telling the woman what to do and paying the bills, or vice versa? If you don't knock it off, you got to learn to get with the program as you was with a program when you was in the penitentiary. Let me ask you a question. You been in prison before? What's your first name? To get your mail, what did they ask you after that? What did they ask you? They said, what's your last 2? Damn right, you didn't even have a last name. Your last name was your last 2. First name, Scoops, last 2. Then they give you some mail. It might be 20 scoops in one cell. But when you say your last 2, he's going to slide you your mail. You go to a visit, first name, last 2. When you get ready to get parole, first name, last name, they want the full CDC number. Run it off. And then they're going to ask you, what's your mama's name? What's her maiden name? What's your daddy's name? What's his name? What's your kid's name? What's your uncle's name? Man, you already know that. You better say it or you ain't going to get this. So why would you get free just to incarcerate yourself to go right back? I don't even understand that to save my life. My mans, where you going in the black? Where you headed to, man? Raise your hand next time you want to go somewhere, man. You trying to sneak out. You're already locked up. Where in the hell are you going? Raise your hand. Say excuse me or something. Be polite. I got squabbles. I'm just joking, man. Don't worry. I'm coming up in there. The point that I'm making of it is this. The reason that I speak from my heart and my soul is because I let nobody stop me from doing nothing. My dad said, never put an alarm clock in a graveyard. Casa Grande, don't you get yourself out and want to get all on the gram, popping your collar, because you don't know that the devil is watching. The haters is watching. People is looking for you to snitch on yourself. And that's what social media is doing today. It's making people snitch on themselves. They want to be more than they really is. God gives each and every one of us a talent. What you gonna do with it? Your job is to each one teach one. You got to push it forward. But we won't push it forward if our mindset is incarcerated. Somebody got a ring camera up in there. I don't know who it is, but ching-a-ching, ching-a-ching. You're going to turn into a savage. You better figure it out or I'll twist your braids up. I know who it is. Figure it out, I'm going to figure it out. I'm glad because I'm going to test your squabbles. I'll test some squabbles real quick. My thing of it is this, right? The word of God says, do unto others as you would others to do unto you. But that means that applies to you. Do to yourself what you want self to do for you. If you eat bad food, your body can't perform for you. Eat bad food, your body won't perform for you. You're going to have back problems, high blood pressure, you're going to have gout, you're going to have all kind of problems because you dogging out your temple. You got to keep your temple clean. So when I came home, nobody gave me nothing. I didn't even tell them I was coming home. I didn't say nothing. I just showed up. Didn't say a word. Next time they looked up, I was over in Africa doing bodyguard work. Next time they looked up, I was on private jets. Next time they looked up, I'm an elite bodyguard. Next time they looked up, I'm escorting presidential candidates here, there, and other. Next time they looked up, I'm just doing stuff. I ain't got to post it. People would tell for you. Isn't it amazing that how quick people can speak for you when you can't speak for yourself? People will speak for you when you can't speak for yourself. Why did John ask me to come for hope for prisoners? It's not a braggadocious thing. It doesn't matter how many times you've fallen. The question is how many times you can get up. The word of God says, though a righteous man falls 7 times, yet shall he rise again. Though a righteous woman or a man falls 7 times, yet shall they rise again. You can't rise up if you ain't looking up. If you think it's all about what kind of car you drive, what kind of clothes you wear, how many followers you got on social media, guess what? This straitjacket is waiting on you. Just like it was untied, it can always be retied. The question is are you going to let somebody restrain you and put you back into the same bag that you put yourself in, or are you going to stay free and be able to walk around? I walk down the streets. I walk into the bar with a straitjacket. Like, is that a straitjacket? I'm like, yep. They're like, well, why it's not tied? Then you try it. You try to tie me up. Go ahead. Meditation of the mind is so important. I'm trying to tell you, Casa Grande, y'all got talented people in there. Let me tell you what God allows to happen. Jon Ponder had to be locked up in order for hope for prisoners to be birthed. Isn't that strange? Some of you here and at Casa Grande had to be locked up again, and maybe again, and maybe again, in order for the talent that you have in you to be perfected. Some of us became good tattoo artists. Some of us became good drawing people. Some of us became good mechanics. Some of us became better fathers, better brothers, better sons, better daughters. You know, some of us became ministers. Some of us became chaplains. Why? All through hard times. A diamond is found in the rough. And damn it, all I see in here is diamonds. It's your responsibility to allow pressure to form and shape you into what you're supposed to be. If you don't want the pressure, then stay dark. Stay locked up. They won't let you out because they're going to get money off of you one way or the other. But diamonds is always in the rough. A diamond is not a diamond until it done been through something. So God got to allow the darkness to be knocked off you. And then he said, I'm not through with you yet. That's just the beginning phase. Then he says, okay, you ain't got that Black Lives Matter no more. And I'm not talking about Black Lives Matter because Black Lives Matter. I'm talking about the blackness of this world and your mindset. So that comes off. Then he says, well, if you know anything about the processes, I'm coming to a close about a diamond. After you get the coal off of it, then that thing got to be cut. Now it's got to be cut. There's a process to you guys becoming the better men and the better women that y'all supposed to be. Ain't nobody gonna cry. I don't feel sorry for none of y'all. If you go back 3 or 4 times, that's on your ass. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You can crush up them soups in there, or you can have filet mignon out here. I don't give a damn. I ain't putting no money on your books. Learn how to sew some clothes. Do something in the penitentiary. Wash somebody's drawers and socks. I don't give a damn. And when you get out, you better be opening up a laundromat because you was washing everybody else's drawers and socks in there for 2 suits. What the hell? But you don't want to come out here and work in no laundromat. What the hell was you doing in there? I saw a man at Casa Grande with the pizza box in his hand, walking around trying to, you want a slice? You want a slice? He was hoping everybody was going to say no, because if everybody said no, he was going to have a full box. Where you at, my man? There he is right there. Raise your hand. Save me a slice, because I'm coming to get mine. Hey, them just jokes. It's just jokes. Them just jokes. But the point I'm making of it is this. We find ways to take a box. Listen to this. And you guys will hear it on my documentary. I took a box. And I was saying, how am I going to hide my cellular phone? Listen to this. God showed me something with a box. You know how the toilet paper come in a box? I took the box apart and cut it and I set it and I kept looking at it. I'm like, Lord, why are you showing me this box? I took a box and made something that was so cold with it. It was incredible. Everybody started getting caught with their phones because they was putting alarm clocks in the graveyard. They had the little flip phones. They was putting them in shower shoes. And he showed his friend how to put it in shower shoe. Then the COs found all the shower shoes and they found all the phones, right? Then some guys had some soups and then they put them in a soup pack and used, made glue and put them in there. And they start crushing everybody's soups. Now you go to the canteen window. Now you got to put all your soups, you know what I'm saying, in one bag and all the flavors here and all the flavors there. I'm like, boy, they just keep, you can't tell nobody nothing. Because if you do, somebody's going to imitate it. And when they get busted, they're going to say, come on out the bushes, man. They got us. No, they got you. Why you snitching? They got us. No, they got you. What's your name, man? Jack, come on out. They got you. You behind the car. Jack, come on out, man. They got you, man. Back to the diamond. So you got to be cut. Then after God allows you to be cut, then they got to polish you. So therefore they can shape you. And then when it's all said and done, they can put you in a window. Then you shine bright like a diamond. But if you're not willing to go through the process, why keep going through the stuff that you're going through? Why spend time Casa Grande going through all of this if your ass know that you ain't going to do right? Tap out right now. Get out the program. Because they got a bunk waiting on you. As sure as I stand here in this classroom, they got a bunk waiting for you. You got to go all the way back through the process. Go back to the county, lock up, and you in them stanky-ass holding tanks where you got to lay on the floor up underneath the bench, taking the toilet paper that everybody need, and you trying to make a pillow. We finna fight over the pillow, buddy. I just need a little. I need a little of that right now. I need a little of that. You ain't finna sleep on that. But when you done ran yourself crazy high on drugs, it's amazing how good you can sleep on a cold cell floor. Damn. You want to choose a floor with one of them comfortable Sealy mattresses, one of them foam shapers that you can just lay down in and, your girl can move. Listen, I much rather smell a baby's diaper than a grown man or a grown woman's poop who's on the bottom of the top. You better squeeze some baby powder. When you're down one, you better drown one, baby boy, because we're going to have some problems up in here. Why give up a comfortable bed for a bunk? Keep me on the time. Why? Why? Why give up a kitchen for a stinger? Why? Why give up free phone time for a 15-minute call that every 20 seconds, the person that you're talking to is incarcerated in a Nevada or California prison institution, damn, they already know that. They push 5 to accept the call. And then you talking, and then here it goes again. The person that you're talking to, they talk through listen, why don't you have a conversation with my loved ones? Because I can't get a word in. Every time it's my time to respond, here comes the recording. The person that you are talking to is incarcerated in the Nevada or the California Department of Corrections. God dang. And just when you get ready to say I love, you have 60 seconds. Now you mad. Everybody standing behind you like this, just waiting like, come on, bro. You act like you want to start an argument with your girl. Well, you about to get cut up or stabbed up in here. You better get back in line, buddy, because that one is over. I got problems. We all do. We all locked up. Do it, move it. So why exchange the blessings of God for the curses of man? I'm going to say again, why exchange the blessings for the curses? They give you clothes that don't fit. Maybe perhaps skinny jeans started in prison because they give you a jumpsuit no matter what size it is. Some of y'all look like Pee Wee Herman when you get your jumpsuits. They high, you know what I'm saying, all the way up to your kneecaps. You just kept the trend when you got out. As I come to a close, I want to challenge you this one thing. Take a piece of paper and do what the Bible says. Write your vision down on a piece of paper and make it plain so that they that see it can run with it. That means support it. People can't support you if you don't know what you want to do. This man got a job. Now he got a promotion. His ass is showing up every day. Ain't no sense in talking about you got to clock in at 6 and you showing up at 5:59. You already late. Because in the penitentiary, your cellie was like, look, bro, before them gates rack, you going to be up. Them shoes going to be tied up and all that. Your bed going to be rolled up and we going to be ready to roll when that gate rack, buddy. When that gate rack, we rolling. You going up out of here today. I ain't hungry. You better grow an appetite. Come with me and slide me your tray. I need to start going to people's houses and wake your ass up and go get you a job. I'm going to go online. No, you ain't. Don't waste your time playing patty cake, baker man. Somebody going to roll you up and you're going to put your own self in the pan as fast as you can. Stop playing with yourself. You had plenty of time to do that. Making love to yourself in the cell. Why? That's crazy. All right, man, we're going to open this thing up for some questions, man. I got some questions. Love you too. I got to jump out of the dang plane again. We ready, John. You.
Everybody clapping. Okay. Can we give it up for 2 scoops? I see that,
They like this fashion, man.
Yeah, I see that.
You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is, for you people in Casa Grande, we got a new program that's about to pop off. It's called Hope for Health. That's right, I said hope. My man is back.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I can't. The man in the black shirt is back. Yeah. So, yes. Yeah. Hold on, man. Hold on. My man. Listen, man, we got to knock out these 50 push-ups so you can see me. We got to knock these 50 push-ups out together because you walked out and didn't say, excuse me. That's disrespect. Let's go front center, man. Let's go. I'll put some money on your books if you can do 50 straight. Let's go, man. Come on, man. I'm only asking for 50. He been locked up I don't know how long. You ain't got 50 in you? I just need 2 quarters, 5 dimes, 25 nickels, man. Can I get it?
Hey, Mr. Rodriguez.
Hold on, bring him to this one right here. Bring him to the microphone.
Oh,
this one right
come
here.
on up.
Bring him to the microphone.
Come on up.
Yeah,
come on up.
Out. Come on up, man.
Come on up.
Don't have me come up in there and get you. I'll be standing over your bunk at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mr. Rodriguez.
No, not Mr. Rodriguez. Yeah. Sit there. It's the one right there. It's the one in the black shirt. It's the one right here. This one.
Right. Well, you gonna come on up? Yes.
Yeah, that one right there. You can't take his fade for him. Yeah, that one right there. You can't take his fade. He can't go get his big brother.
Right. Oh,
come on, man. I'm swole. I work out, man.
He ain't moving. He ain't moving.
I work out, baby boy. I tell you what. I'll give you $50. I'll put $50 on your books if we do 50 push-ups right now.
Oh. Oh. He didn't
All right,
move.
let's get some questions.
He
Man.
ain't going. He ain't going. Hey, before they get the question, Mr. Rodriguez, would you step up? Come on up.
Come on, Mr. Rodriguez.
Come on up. Come on up.
Rodriguez. Yeah, you. You don't know your name? What's your last two? Let's try it that way.
Hey, so on Sunday when we were in church, we were talking about an exercise program, right? You remember we had that conversation? Can you hear? It's like you got it on mute.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Remember on Sunday in church you took on an exercise program that you wanted to bring in Casa Grande?
Yeah, I heard. Hold on, John. Can you turn it up? That's it. All right, we're having trouble hearing you, John. But yeah, I remember our conversation.
So what we're gonna do is I had a conversation with my main man, 2 Scoops, and we're gonna bring that into Casa Grande, right? We're gonna bring it into Casa Grande, and can we give Scoops a big hand for just immediately jumping up on it? So it's gonna happen. We just gotta work out the details of it. So, but you guys better get ready because you going in with 2 Scoops. Man, I'll show you some stuff on Instagram. I'll put you to sleep by just watching it.
Listen, I already know who I'm going to visit first, so check this out. I'm going to tell you like this, baby boy. Let me ask you a question. In Casa Grande, do you guys sleep in cells or are you guys in a dorm? Dorm. Okay, well, check. Okay, a dorm. Okay, my man probably sleep on his stomach with the cover over his head. So I'm going to tell you, you might want to put some baby oil around your bunk because I'm coming. Hey, I told you I spent 20 years, man. I was in a cell. I know how this go.
Hey, we're going to open up for questions and comments, man. What was something that 2 Scoops dropped into this room that resonated with you? Questions, comments. Casa Grande, anybody? We're going to make our way to the back of the room. What is that question or comment that you might have for 2 Scoops?
No questions for 2 Scoops, but man, you spoke to us in one of our leadership training sessions, and something that you said then and tonight stuck with me, and it was about how to kill your old self so the new guy could live. I appreciate you then, and I really appreciate you tonight, sir.
Man, that is so awesome. Scoops, I'll give you an opportunity to respond to any of that. We can go on to the next question.
Go to the next one.
Questions, comments, anything that 2 Scoops dropped into this room that resonated with you, that was really funny to you. Give you an opportunity to ask those questions. Go on. Don't be scared of them.
No, I'm gonna try this. I gotta try this again. We gotta help my brother out. Fat meat is.
Oh, okay.
That boy's paying attention right there, man. He's paying attention right there.
Questions or comments we might have for 2 Scoops. Going once. Going twice.
Gunshot.
But it's got to be something.
No, they scared. Like,
something he said. He think he can put him out there and start doing push-ups. Don't make me start calling on some people. I'm gonna make my way over there.
The phone ringer.
And then I'm
yeah.
All right, what is that question or comment that you might have for Scoops? I'll hold it.
It's not a question, but I appreciate hearing what you have to say, because you letting us know if we had an effort to go to jail and do the stuff on the streets, have the same energy and effort to go look for a job, and I appreciate that.
Man, that is so good. Give him a hand for that. Give him a hand.
Well, I'll say this is true. Nelson Mandela spent 30 years in prison and became a president. Jon Ponder spent about 9 to 10 in prison and came out and started the Hope for Prisoners reform. I spent 20 in prison, and now I'm over some top-notch delegates and people that I bodyguard. I'm just telling you, with God, all things is possible. With man, things is limited. Yes. There's no question to what God can do. Everybody in the Bible, God elevated from the mud. All you guys in here in Casa Grande is from the mud. David went through some stuff. Daniel was in a lion's den. Good. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was in a fiery furnace. The children of Israel was locked up in bondage, and through Moses, who killed somebody and was banished and came back, he got all the captives free. So what's your excuse? There is no excuse. No, Jesus was whooped, kicked, spit up on, beat down, elbow until he was ugly in the face. He took everything that you can do and then some to the cross. He took it all the way to the cross, and then he died on the cross, and he said, everything that you ever think that you can do, I'm going to die for it. Wow. You have no excuse. I'm going to stay up here until my last breath. So any sin, whatever it is, whatever you've done, been through, I'm going to die for it so that you may be set free. Hurry up and kill me so I can go in the grave. I can whoop Satan by his head. I can elbow him. I can knee him. I can take the keys from hell. I can come back. I can give it to you and say, now what you going to do? Wow. All power in heaven and earth has been given unto me. So now I give it to you. Go out and make disciples.
Oh, my goodness. Man, that is so good. That is so good. I'm going to start picking on some people. Start picking on some. I'm going to make my way over here to the back of the room. Man. Was that some good stuff? All right, so tell me what that question or comment you might have.
All right, my question is, how are you able to walk the yard after being a cop?
Because I'm a lion, man.
Did they check your PSI or something?
Well, let me tell you something real quick.
That's a great question.
Was I scared going to prison? Yeah. But what I did know that a lot of people from the neighborhood knew my family and they knew of our bloodline. But you still got to walk the yard for yourself. But my mom once told me, and I used to cry all the time, yea, though you walk the valley of the shadow of the death. So they didn't have to put me in PC. I wasn't going to go anyway. Right. The thing of it is I know who I was when I went in. And that's the reason why many of us get in trouble. I will get on my knees to apologize to you because I know what I'm going to do to you if you don't accept my apology. It don't make me weak to go down my... Listen, I'll say, Spencer, compromiso, forgive me. I'll go down my knees, God. I do all that because I know what I'm capable of doing. That's so good. But American Gladiators was still playing in the penitentiary. So when I was coming out for breakfast, they was like, man, that's that dude. That's that dude. Because people kept asking me, where I know you from? I said, you ain't got no more times to ask me that, buddy. But I didn't know that the reruns was playing in prison. So, then you become a celebrity. But then, other things started happening. And people still tried you, and things happen. But nevertheless, after a while, it was just smoke and mirrors after that. But here's one more testimony. As you guys look at me, let me tell you something that happened to me, and I'm going to keep it real short.
Yes.
If you go on YouTube and you punch up Wesley Two Scoops Miracle Man, you will find out that at a time in my life, military stuff, I was in an explosion. And I had third-degree burns over 50% of my body, from the crown of my head all the way down to my ankles, the color of my hands. They got the photos on YouTube. My mom said to me, she said, son, I'll never forget it. Brings tears to my eyes. She said, this is the day that God is going to wake you up because he's about to do something that's going to profound the doctors. She said, you're never going to have a day of surgery. You couldn't tell me that with skin hanging off of my body. Couldn't tell me that. 9 months later, you could never tell that I had third-degree burns. Just go on YouTube and check it out. I was completely pink. Why am I telling you that? I'm no different than you. The only difference of it is God's got something, a call on each and every one of you guys' life. But I'm going to tell you the same thing that me and John said to God that one day you're going to have to say too. God, if you give me one more shot. Some of you just need the one more shot. See, I don't mind crying because I'm crying for souls, right? God will give it to you. But you're going to have to keep your damn word this time. You want to be a father to your kid? God, just give me one more chance to be. I watched my kids grow up on photos. On photos. I couldn't hold them. God, just give me one more time. If you get me off of these drugs, if you get me out of Casa Grande, if you get me out of prison, if you get me off of this case, God knows you're lying when you're saying it anyway. But his grace is sufficient for you. Amen. Amen. His mercy is everlasting and endures for all generations. If you want to, Satan get a hold of you, he ain't gonna let you go, baby boy. He's like, you mine now. And he gonna punk you all the way to hell. Go ahead.
That's so good. Can we give him a hand for that, man?
See you outside, man.
Any other questions? Casa Grande here in the room. Yep, we're going to come right over here to Chaplain Finney. You got to stand up, and I know you got to look at him, but look at the camera over there because I'm going to make you famous right now. What's going on?
Miracle Man.
Thank you, John, and thank you, Wesley. 2 scoops. I'm always blown away by your presentation, and you sure enough preached today. You know, you brought the power. I mean, awesome. I'm almost, it's like on another gear here, going to a slower gear. My question is, right when you came out of prison, you got back into the world of security and being a bodyguard, and you're elite, and you deal with elite clients and so forth. How has it been for you incorporating technology? Because I know there's some basics and fundamentals of security and so forth that you already know and so forth, and being military and police officer. But how have you dealt with technology in your work?
I have a lot of young people. I love young people, and young people love me. They my instructors and my teachers. I'm not afraid to ask them. The problem that we have, the old school don't want to connect with the new school generation. We too busy judging them because they wearing skinny jeans and pants backwards and tights. But they do know that technology. So I tap into them, they help me out. And that's how I've been learning. You know, I don't Google nothing. I don't. I'm gonna call up one of them youngsters and they show me. You know, it's just a little bit more expensive today. You know, back in the day, you can do something for $5, and they talking about, come on, old school. Let me get a Hondo. What's a Hondo? 100. You know. All right, you got a sister standing up there, right there.
Over at Casa Grande. Francis, what is that question or comment you might have for 2 scoops? Frankie,
My
I'm
name
sorry.
is Frankie.
Sorry, Frankie. I'm sorry, Frankie.
I would like to know how you got. I would like to know how you got your name 2 Scoops.
You would ask that question, wouldn't you? You got a twin sister?
Absolutely not.
I can't tell you. No, I'm just playing. No, so no, I'm just playing. No, so
I'm listening.
Frankie, don't turn your back. Don't you turn your back on me.
Don't talk to me like that. Yeah.
Y'all must
That's
be.
my bucket.
Okay. So listen, it's 8 boys and 7 girls in my family from one mama. And so where I fall in at, I'm number 7. And I'm what they call the runt of the family. So my mom used to give me double scoops to try to help put weight on me. Again, it didn't work, but that's where I got the name 2 Scoops from, because she used to double me up on everything, trying to put something on me, and it just wouldn't stick. Wow. That's how I got the name 2 Scoops.
2
Thank
scoops.
you.
2 scoops. Any other questions, comments here in
Frankie
the room?
got backup up in there.
Yeah. So 2 scoops. I don't know if you, because I was in the room, but I know that you did something very. I know you wouldn't call it heroic, but did you share with them what you did today?
You want to make me cry.
I know, because you made me cry as I'm driving down the street. But man, it's evidence that God puts people in the right place at the right time, right? At the right place at the right time. And I think it's important that we always make sure that we have our eyes wide open so we don't miss it. Will you explain to what happened today?
Well, driving down Las Vegas Boulevard, it's a guy in a truck in front of me, and it's apparent that he's drunk. And he went across the divider, and so I hate alcoholics, but and he ran into another car that had a mother and a daughter in it, and the car engulfed in flames, and so I jumped out of my truck. Another guy jumped out, and we started getting people out the car, but the little girl was in the back seat, and she was unable to get out. And then I just jumped in the car with my knife and cut the seatbelt and pulled her out. It seems like fire is always in my life, you know what I mean? I can't seem to get away from it. So I'll say this to everybody who's listening. If you do like drinking alcohol, I'm going to just ask you to do one thing. There's so many available means of transportation to you these days. They have a bus, they have Uber, they have Lyft, they have phone a friend, they have walk home, they have taxis, they got, hitchhike. They got many means. My brother, I walked in his footsteps. He was a Navy SEAL. I tell you about my journey, how I got there later on. He was coming home after he made the SEAL team, and getting off the freeway, there was a drunk driver getting on and hit the car. And then my brother, car engulfed in flames. His partner got ejected through the window, broke his neck, and he died. So my brother had to have a closed casket funeral. So one of the first things that I seen at his funeral when they did the 21 gun salute, I watched all of his Navy SEAL buddies come and put the trident on his casket, and they slammed it. So I told my brother that I would follow in his footsteps, and I did. I'll tell you guys about that one later on, but we just got to be more accountable and responsible for our actions as people. We can't allow even this usage of smoke marijuana for free, walking up and down the street smoking and think everything all right. You smoke enough weed. Listen, if they're injecting Popeye's chicken with drugs, they got to be putting something on the weed because it smells the same across the country. In the days when we was growing up, you could smell the difference, but today it all smells the same. So this weed is making you forget your keys and they're in your hand. You can't find your car and you're driving it. I'm just confused. What kind of weed is they smoking? I got stuff to do today. All right, John, you got me. You got me to cry.
Can we give it up for 2 scoops?
Coming out. Love you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Scoops, we appreciate you coming out tonight. And I thank God that you were there where you were today, earlier this morning. And it was something you said, we don't have time to unpack this right now, but you told a story about how God brought you through the fire to go back into the fire. Man, that will preach on Sunday. My goodness. Well, listen, yeah. And you're sharing the stage with T.D. Jakes.
It's a lady in the back waving. What you doing?
That's Frankie.
Well, who Frankie?
That is Frankie. Can we all give Frankie a big gigantic hand because she's leaving? You're a trooper. And I want everybody at the same time to say, stay connected. Stay connected. No, say like me to stay connected. Stay connected. You know, the most successful people that we see come through Hope for Prisoners are the people who get out of Casa Grande and stay connected. Stay connected. Well, good deal. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Thank you out there in Casa Grande, Clark County Detention Center, City of Las Vegas Detention Center, everybody on the Facebook Live. We thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want to send you a special invitation to the Hope for Prisoners graduation. We will not be having graduation in October. We're going to have one big, gigantic party on November 17th with a triple class. So we want to make sure that everybody comes out and supports and that'll be our last graduation for the year because we're going to be making way for our 101 Christmases event where we really bless the children, bless the socks off the children of incarcerated parents. So we'll be gearing up for that. And thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We will see you here, same place, same time next Tuesday night. God bless you and have a great evening. Wait, hold on. Wait, time out.